pallet store, so
Yeah. There we go. That's that live. Jump. Oh, sweet. Even just streaming this, so it's just more about getting the hours up on YouTube. You know what I mean? For the amount of hours streamed.
yeah.
Like,
I could actually probably load up a stream myself, to be honest, and just say, oh, it's a little bit of a one-off for today. But I don't know. There's not really planting, I suppose. That's probably the main thing.
yeah.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
This field's nearly done anyways from the stone picking side of it, so.
You'll be happy to know that we have got some bits and pieces to do today, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's some days where it's just sort of like nothing.
No,
I think we're getting to that point where every day we'll still have something to do.
it's just this time of year in the game, and it's.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I really like what Exo's done in the land around here, though. Like, he's kept some of it. I don't know how to describe it. He's kept some of it natural, but also at the same time, he's not went overboard with like the unnaturalization of the land. You know, like in his fields, for his cattle, he's left trees, and you know he's made it quite nice actually. And I like what he's done with it. He's got his big cattle sheds. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the International Paddock channel. I am Andrew Gatton, and I'm going to take you on a little journey on some farming today. I am joined by the wonderful Master Goblin, also known as Big Lewis. How are you, mate?
You know, living the dream, living the dream.
Living the dream. That's it. Well, it's the morning, so, you know, we're getting there slowly, as you can understand from numerous amounts of attempts at playing Farming Simulator. There's only so much you can do in a day. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Right now I'm up at Mr. ERCXO's farm. I am just returning his sort of bale trailer that he has, an automated bale trailer with straw bale that had magically appeared on my field, so it's his now. He can have it. We've got a deal with him that any straw that we get goes to his cattle. He's got a massive cattle farm on the server. He is the biggest cattle farmer on the ERC community server. But yeah, we do a bit of everything, don't we, Lewis? We've got goats, we've got sheep, we've got arable farming, we've got a forestry business.
Quite a bit of everything.
We've got a wholesale business for fruits and vegetables, mushrooms. Yeah, we've got a bit of everything. Anything to keep the income going, and it also keeps us busy as well.
Yeah. Well, off that field, that long field I've done, Andy, I got 41% full on the stone side of it, so it's not too bad.
That's not bad.
830 litres.
That's pretty handy. We can sell that over to.
Yeah.
Sell that over to EXO because he's got his stone crusher. So. I'm sure he'd be relatively happy about all of that. But yeah, well, as you guys can see, I'm just driving back now, but Lewis is busy on the field, just doing a bit of stone picking, as our fields were really needing it. We didn't get a chance to do it before we could plant last season, because obviously last year, sorry, it was literally went straight to August because it was the start of the game. So, you know, it's still a relatively young save for a lot of these people that are playing the game. We're a month in now.
Yeah. The
time stays at 0.5. So it's, yeah, it can be quite a challenge, and that's the point of it. The idea is that it's about 24 days per year in this game. So
it's not too
24
bad.
days for us in real time for a year. So giving you plenty of time to come on, do what you need to do. It means that you can go to work, still play the game, and everybody still has some sort of progress, especially if you're not online. So that's the whole point of it, especially for those that do work, you know, part-time and full-time jobs. It gives everyone an opportunity to play. Alright, I'm going to take the seeder up to the farm so I can fill it up with what we've got left. I didn't buy any solid fert. It's just liquid fert I bought for the hydroponic greenhouse. But we should have enough seeds to do us for both fields. So
hopefully.
So the one that you've just done with a stone picker, are you happy to just make that into like wheat?
Yeah, sure, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, just do that one as wheat, and then we'll do the other, do barley again on that big large field that we made. So
yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Righty ho. Seats and everything's sitting waiting, so.
And if anyone in Andy's stream wants to see a different perspective, I'm also streaming on YouTube, so.
Yeah, I think under the Lag Goblin account.
Yeah.
That one. She does not like getting turned around. Yeah, we've got everything we need to do these fields, but How's the stone picking going?
There's a lot more stones obviously in this field I'm finding right away. I mean, I'm on the second like length of it, and I'm up to nearly 50% full in the stone picker. So it is worth doing, I think, every now and again.
Select the seed.
I'll just 2 seconds, my phone's just going off.
No problem. But yeah, these fields have been limed for the first time in their existence. They've also been stone picked now. Lewis is in the process of stone picking the big one. We are going to roll these fields as well. We will rent a field roller to do that. We do want to get the most out of these fields, you see. Any bit of profit you can make on this sort of hardcore style game, you have to have. This is on the New Frontiers map, so all these fields are man-made. There's trees on them prior to this as well. Exactly where our farm is. There was loads of trees. To do a lot of forestry to get to where we are now. We still got more to do. There's always progression on this, and that's what me and Lewis are loving about this so far, is the constant progression that we're feeling. You know, every time he comes on or I come on, there's something to do. There's something that has happened that allows us to do more. Like, for example, a selling event where we can sell stuff because we've got loads and loads of planks for some fucking reason or something like that. So, and that always sells good money, and we end up actually having some decent cash at the end of it. So
We do.
works
I'll just
works
be
for me.
2 minutes, mate. I just need to go and do something really quick. Back in a minute, folks.
We'd love this thing to have like a what you call it, a ridge marker I know where I need to place the fucking tractor. But in a way, I'm quite happy that it's raining at this time of year. Unfortunately, last year, just before harvest, the last stage of growth, we had a heavy rainstorm, and it affected all of our fields, not just mine. It had affected the other the AI farmers on the map as well. There's a couple of AI farmers with fields that obviously we are not allowed to purchase. Given it's a more hardcore setting, we've got to make our own fields, we've got to make our own things, and their fields seem to be affected by it as well, unfortunately. But it's going pretty well so far. Yeah. We'll go round that tree. But here we are. Oh, this rain is not very nice, is it? It's just in the way. Yeah, one thing I've noticed about this tractor is used a lot of fuel already. I just refueled it about 40 minutes ago. Not even that. All I've done was pick up bales off a field. Tank is just not lasting. There we are. I think cause that bottom it's quite tight to maneuver with this thing. We'll just do 3 headlands. 3 round the headland, and then we'll work from there. What are you saying, Casper? Yeah, what on earth? I'm in the earth, sir. I may be of service to you. No, I'm going back to sleep. This is unexpected. Fair enough. Well, I will be doing more on Thursday, but you know, having a bit of fun with Farming Simulator, doing something today. I'm working later on, so gotta do something with my life, okay? I wasn't on last night because my throat was killing me. Felt super guilty messaging Mike, even though he says to me not to feel guilty. I literally got home from Granton yesterday and I was like, I can't do this today. I feel like shite. Doing a swim teaching course, mate, so it's like I'm talking and shouting quite a lot, so it's not good for my throat. I know when I got a rest. If I had to do comms last night, I would have had no voice this morning. I can feel my throat's still a bit gunky today, to be honest. But I've got a lemonade. That'll keep me alive. My 71p lemonade. Mate, it is. I got it from the co-op for 71p, and I am so fucking happy with my life. Big bottle. Big 2 litre bottle. Keeping me happy. Stopping me from dying. Will say though, it's not as good as bar lemonade. Like bars own lemonade. Same company that makes Iron Brew. I do like Tesco. That co-op is handy. I'll go anywhere there's decent food, to be honest. Sarah knows that. I'll go any shop that there's decent food being sold, so. Right. We'll miss that top bit because we don't really need it. The field's so fucking wet. Can't see where I'm going. It's over there. Oh, hello. You're an Aldi man. Ugh, I don't know what I think about you. Rather go to Lidl, mate. Aldi own brand Pringles. I don't think I've ever tried those. Tried the Lidl ones, and they're a bit rank. I think if you're getting Pringles, you just gotta get Pringles, mate. Full flavor in every crunch. I think that's literally what their motto was. What's that? I often heavily consider going all the way to a different part of London just to get them. Jesus Christ. Really? Why'd you do that to yourself? I'll turn the engine off just now. Why would you do that to yourself? It's like it's super expensive to even travel around London. And that's for like what? £1 Pringles? I wouldn't, as much as I like, I would travel half the globe for some foods. I wouldn't do that in London. Sorry. Own brand crunch is the best. I I have no opinion on it. I've never tried them. I'll maybe have to go and get Sarah to like take me to Aldi in Inverness, just so that I can buy a pack of Aldi own brand Pringles and then test that theory. Yeah, Lidl's don't really do the best sort of own brand. I don't think there is many companies, like many shops that seem to do good own brand Pringles. I just think it's something that's so hard to replicate. They just don't do very well with it anyway. Because Pringles, it's not like they've cut like potatoes. It's like an actual potato puree mix. You know, it's like it's a potato puree mix that they then, you know, bake into the shape, which is really strange. The international product taste test for real. Do you know? It's a good video idea. Andrew tries fucking own brand Pringles. Like that. If we run out of ideas, that's one that we can use, I suppose. Probably because they were shit, mate. Again, a lot of these. Yeah, the thing is, like, if they don't sell, if they'd rather buy, if you Pringles is like one of those things. Like, if you're buying Pringles, most people just tend to buy Pringles. They don't skimp out, you know. You buy the whole thing, you know. I think I did try those. I think they were quite nice, those ones. But again, like, you wouldn't buy those over normal Pringles, especially if the Pringles were like on a deal, which quite often they will be in Asda. You get like 3 for 2 or something of the different flavors, and like for me, that right there, if you can get them on a deal, tastes better. Do you know? I think you know, people say it's a myth that figs taste better when you get them for like free or you get them on a reduced price. I actually think they do because you know you can shit on anything you like really, but it's just how it goes. You can't say that though. They're not better. I mean, I can't say anything about the Aldi ones, but the Asda ones, they still, when I had them, I don't think they were anywhere near as good as the normal Pringles. I don't think it is. Well, that's how it goes though. Like, obviously, they stopped them for a reason. They probably people just weren't buying them, you know, and it becomes unprofitable. It's the same with any product. If you can't make a profit on it, then what's the fucking point? You know, there's necessities like milk and stuff that you need that are required. So people will keep producing milk even though the fucking price keeps going up for it. But like, there it gets to a point, you know, Casper, when you know, business standpoint, is it fucking worth, you know, spending man hours and using equipment to make your own brand if people are still going to buy the original over yours? Just because it's a cheap alternative doesn't mean people will buy it. Even though Pringles, they cost you need a fucking mortgage to buy them, unfortunately. But if you can get them on a deal, it's always the best way. And that's how my brain works anyway. And that's how I see the world. You can get anything on a deal, it's worth getting. You know, you can survive without purchasing things. every day. You know, Pringles is not one of those things you're gonna buy every day anyway. So I will say Pringles. See that like small packs you get, like the small little tubs, right? They used to be so cheap, so fucking cheap, right? Some shops have now removed them from your meal deal that they've gotten that expensive because the meal deal price has maybe gone up a tiny bit, but that small Pringles can price, even though they've reduced the materials, like they've stopped, like there's no longer like the metal bottom on the Pringles. It's all cardboard, you know. Disappointment to humanity. Well, listen, they may feel that way, even themselves, about that product, having to remove it from the shelf. After the amount of man hours creating that product, you've got to remember, like they probably don't want to remove it. But if people are not going to purchase that product, then fuck's sake, who's gonna buy it? You know, from a business standpoint, you can't fucking do it. You know, it's the same with International Paddock. If we had a product essentially that we were selling to people, which is like racing, that wasn't farming, people weren't watching it, people didn't care about it, then why would we do it? So that's where you've got to think about it as well. You know, they literally are the biggest rip-off ever. I will say that now. Anything that is like in a miniature size is a rip-off. It is a rip-off. It is just there for necessity. That's what it is, because people don't want to buy a big can of Pringles to take to work with them, because everyone will want some. But if you have a small little can that you can take to a job site with you can just munch on that for your lunch. You know, with your lunch, that's your break time snack. You've got your big fucking sub or fucking whatever for your lunch, or like a BLT. But like that's where my brain sits anyway. You just got to. I love Pringles, but if you can't spend the money on it, then don't spend the money on it. I still don't think that own brand, especially Morrison's own brand, they're fucking shite, are even worth your time or money. I will say that now with full-hearted confidence. If you're just wanting the flavor, you're not getting it. They are literally they feel stale in the mouth when you crunch down on them, and they have very little flavor to them because they just haven't got the flavoring right. Oh, and Casper, how did Scott do on Saturday night? I didn't get a chance to catch up with him after. I fell asleep. I'm so fucking tired. Well, that's very true, mate. If you don't have the money, you shouldn't buy them. But again, I'll always say it. Own brand shite does not live up to the expectation, and there is none. It's just what it's competing against. It's just too good. But do you know, like, so, like, right? This is a question that I've kind of like put to people in the past, right? You go to the shop and you're wanting like a big bag of crisps, like what, like the multi pack. You know, obviously there's loads of choices, right? I was just having a debate with Casper about own brand products, like the own brand Pringles from Aldi and shit.
I mean, the Pringles are absolutely wank, but like other stuff are all right, to be honest. But the Pringles aren't. They're horrible. I wouldn't touch them.
Well, that's good then, Casper. I'm glad he did well, because I kind of was like worried that he was going to get stuck on some things, but I know he's competent enough to not worry, so it's fine. But yeah, own brand crisps, like the multi packs that you get from, I don't know, Lidl's, Morrison's, Tesco's, right? Would you buy them over a pack of walkers, even if the price was like a pound difference, let's say?
I don't know.
Depends on where you're getting them from, innit?
Yeah, I think more than anything, yeah. Like I don't know if you tried the Aldi do like their speciality like crisps and that, and honestly they're absolutely banging. Like some of their like limited edition ones.
I actually like the co-ops ones.
Co-op? Who shops at a co-op? Are they even still around?
Yeah. More so in Scotland than anywhere else, I think. But
it costs a fortune, but
yeah, you kind of do need a mortgage to shop there, but you know, you're not going to do your weekly shop in a co-op.
no.
So it's like co-op is there for necessities, like last minute things. That's why it's so expensive. So like oh, that's fine. What? Wait, what? No, because I thought Scott, unless Scott's decided he's not wanting to do comms anymore, then I wouldn't know. Because I had spoken to Scott. He said he was wanting to do the whole season. So I think you maybe need to have a wee conversation with Scott to find out what his plan is now. Because that was the deal that we made. He was doing comms the whole season. So unless he's just decided to change his mind and not let me know about that, cool. But don't know. I know that Cal wants to do some comms with him, but I want Cal on other comms. So rather him, even though this is his league, I'd rather him do another league for me because there's something that he might be interested in that's coming up. So also, if you're available on Saturdays, Casper. Porsche Cup League on Saturdays, ACC. I don't think you've got a new console to do it though, do you? Might be worth you speaking to Jake about it. You get him to contact me. Because he might be interested. But he needs to be available. I'm not having this fuck about anymore. But another thing I probably want, just like we've got another league starting on a Friday, this Friday as well. We're gonna do some announcements for it this week. Drum up some support. So we need to find comps for that league because I will not be about for the whole of January. So there's no point in me doing comms. Just making sure I've actually covered most of this field here. Yeah, if you're needing a Series S or X, you're not gonna be able to do it unless you've got like PlayStation 5 hidden somewhere. Borrow your friends. But yeah, no, that's fine, mate. No stress, we'll figure it out. I don't think we'll be able to cover the ACC, but we can potentially cover everything else. They've got an F1 league that starts on Friday, so I'll just put them on Paddock Blue. Yeah, you are doing UCR, that's fine. That's why I'm thinking maybe if I can get Cal available every Friday, he could maybe do it with Angelo. Or we could have Angelo on that, because he says he's only available on Fridays now. We figure it out. I know that Mike races in UCR, so he won't be able to do it. So yeah, we can figure it out, man. I'm about most of tomorrow until like 2-3 o'clock, so you know, just give me a message and you know, phone you about it if you need be. what I'm gonna do is I am gonna start going up and down where you are, hoping that by the time I catch up with you, that there's ample spacing.
Well, hopefully. Like, you have to see, I mean, this thing's at 60% full now, like, so.
Great. What are you saying, Kenny boy? You alright? We're back on Farm Sim. I know you love a bit of Farm Sim. Notice how I only stream when X was at work. Okay. It's to stop his productivity. Drop it through the fucking floor. So that he has to watch this. He's gonna see this notification when he like turns his phone on. And he's gonna be like, I have to. No complaint, that's why that's why I hope when I saw your stream. So that must be related to the first comment. Yeah, Casper, you go get some sleep, take it easy, man. I got a full 8 last night. My body needed the full 8. After the 3 days I had, it was a necessity to get a full fucking 8. Well, I'm calculating right now that I should just have enough seed. It's going to be tight.
Why, how much you got?
755 litres, 59%. That's after doing that last field as well, so.
Not too good.
And the reality is it could be a lot fucking worse. It could be on nothing, so. Barley in the ground. So what you been up to, Kenny? You been farming much? I am really looking forward to basically owning field 35 and 34 with those two plots, just extending the this big field out all the way down.
Definitely.
So I think that's the plan. We just use about 70% of field of lot 28 for this big field.
Yeah.
And use the rest of that for the grass. And some storage and stuff, and then basically we just go down like 36, 35, 34 from there, and then we potentially get plot 19 just next to the top of the farm, and we expand out the wheat field up the top.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Yeah. Make a ginormous field.
Yeah, and then we just go down from from there. We just keep working down towards the shop. Because there's loads of trees down there
Yeah.
that we can cannibalize at that time, so...
It's just a time-consuming job doing the forestry stuff.
Aye, it is, but it's...
It's worth it in
as
terms
you can
of
see, it's
production.
worth the time, so...
Yeah.
Warm... We're a bit this morning, set up a cable system from a wood chipping operation. I was going to say farm. I'm only experimenting with the cables once. I just find them to be sometimes infuriatingly silly. So I just don't do it, you know. It's good if you're doing forestry uphill, really, it's the only thing. But, you know, we will maybe have that issue come to it when we're doing our forestry on this map again, because I will say where we're planning to expand to, there is a big massive fucking side of a hill, and we're wanting to probably get the trees off of it somehow, so we very well could set up a cabling operation to get the trees down to the bottom.
Alright. I'm just gonna go and dump these stones. I'm at 80%.
You're on a hill, so cabling is the only way. I suppose so, unless you build a forestry road and use a forwarder. But forwarders are expensive, cabling is cheap. Obviously you've got to build the road for that as well, so. Plus it's a really time-consuming job to load and then unload. So I completely understand why you're doing it. Right, so EXO, he got all our straw bales this year. He paid us for it this time round, but I think next year we're gonna figure out a way that he will be able to transfer milk to us, and
What's the plan?
we'll basically take his milk and like a percentage of his milk yield, and we will use the milk for a bakery, because we want to be able to use the products from making from these fields, really, because we don't want to sell the raw product. We want to make a secondary product from them.
Yeah.
You know. Well, I make a secondary and then a tertiary, which is your cakes. So your secondary is your flour, and then cakes is your third, and then obviously we can make bread out of bread flour as well, which is like barley or wheat flour. So it's a shame there's not such thing as a brewery
No, yeah.
in the game yet, because we could use the barley to make beer, or we could distill that properly and make it into whiskey. We're getting there, lad. Hopefully by the time we're done, it will have stopped raining.
By 5.
We can maybe, yeah, we can maybe get the last cut of grass, and then we just windrow it, turn and put it into the silage.
Yeah,
Pit.
could do.
And we just make some more silage out of it. I think that's the way we gotta go. I think there is some silage, however, that has been put in the thing for storage. So we do have to look at that and potentially find somewhere to store it or sell it. I think probably just better selling it.
Yeah, just get
It's only like 3,000 litres, but we just sell it straight away, and then we won't make more silage. So, 'cause I know that Exo's not interested in making TMR, but I would be very happy to do some TMR for him. You know, as long as he provides us with a little bit of straw to do it with, we'll do it. Well, from the straw that he's given him, that we give him. Because then we could basically, you know, make him some TMR that he can sell to his animal, well, use to feed his animals to get that 100% yield for a little while.
Yeah, definitely.
Because hay only gives them 70%.
Still quite a lot, but obviously it's not as good as it could be.
Yeah, it's not as amazing as it could be.
No.
Exo was impressed with what we've got going though. When he came over yesterday after you went off, he was very impressed with our farm and like how good it is. So what we've done to it, he likes our commitment to using the greenhouses, and also like essentially setting up multiple businesses within this one farm.
Yeah.
Whereas he's sort of only got kind of the 2/3 businesses. He's got a wood products business. And
Yeah.
then he's making products out of stones, like cement blocks and stuff. It's like, yeah, cool, no problem. But I personally have committed myself to this save to try and do a bit of everything really at some point. I don't mind not doing cattle farming because we've done it before, you know.
It's alright, it's not the best, is it really?
No, it's not the best moneymaker in the game now. It used to be pretty good. Milk used to sell pretty well, and the animals used to sell well as well when you used to sell them to fattening. But, you know, I personally prefer sheep and goats because I think they are the most profitable animals in the fucking game. For the amount that they eat, which is very little,
Yeah.
and the fact that they can eat off a pasture. And then they just constantly produce you products like milk for the goats, and obviously as well you've got the sheep which are constantly producing this wool.
That's very true, very true. How much seed you got left?
I'm 42% right now.
Nice.
I think I am going to need to go and use the rest of that pallet up.
Oh, we're just gonna put it in, it won't do any harm.
Yeah. I'm probably about 30% there in the field, so
Alright.
I mean it's close, but I think we'll manage for a good percentage of it anyway. Once you're done that, I'll lease a roller
Yeah.
for it, and then we can go and get the fields rolled in. The good thing about the roller now is it doesn't destroy the land around the fucking fields. If you remember on the last one, if you used a fucking roller or a weeder, it would just fucking destroy the field, like the surroundings. I'm like, I don't really think that's how it works, but sure. Obviously the weeder potentially, but you know. I think the weeder might still do it, but I didn't understand why the roller did it. It's meant to be beautifully sunny towards the end of this day.
Supposedly.
And then when I'm on tomorrow, because hopefully all the crops have reached the first stage of growing, I can pop out the weeder and run over the top, take the little stragglers out. And then we just need to start the first stage of fertilising.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't moan at me, I am using this field to turn. Just waiting for chat to fucking chime in. You're not meant to do that. What are you doing? Fuck up. Let me do what I want. Oh, this is gonna be an epic field to harvest, huh?
It's going to be fair good.
It's probably over 200% larger now. I would say it's actually no, probably not. I'd say no. I would say it's a good. I would say it's a good 100% larger.
Yeah.
It's doubled in size. It's fucking insane. Profit will be good on it. So we should be expecting anywhere between 18 to 20 straw bales.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty good as well. And obviously the products that we'll get from the barley and the wheat is going to be good. Don't know how much we'll get from the wheat field.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get maybe 6 to 7 bales adds on to that. So that's quite a lot of straw.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
What do you think we should do next?
I don't really
Is there
know
any
yet.
other plans?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's a few probably we could try and do. We'll see how we get on really, and just see what we want to do.
Yeah, percent.
Thing is, it's like it's the machinery cost to go with it though as well. Obviously, if you want to do different stuff, you have to factor that in as well.
Yeah, I think.
It's like sunflowers, not like you need a massive field to even justify the cost of doing them. If you want to even sunflower
Yeah, they're
oil.
not really worth it
No.
anymore, you know. Unless you're making a secondary product, which is the oil. It's just not fucking worth doing. Like, be nice trying it at some point.
Yeah.
But you know, right now we've got a contracted deal with Exo, so I'm quite happy to make this field pretty much 50% his in terms of he takes the straw, we take the actual crop. Because at the end of the day, even though the straw will make money selling it all, it's good to just give it to somebody on the server that needs it.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to need those bales. good. Gonna probably need some more seeds. Just fine, they don't cost that much, so.
Yeah, they don't take that really long.
The worker did this very quick with the disc arrow yesterday. It was very quick doing it. It's actually quite interesting to watch. The speed and everything the thing goes. I love a disc arrow. Like we need to get that flexi cultivator one. That big blue one.
Yeah,
it's about 8
smart
meters
that one.
wide. Really cheap as well. That's probably one that we need to look at in the future. But that little 3 meter one will do the job. It's just, you know, obviously not as quick as it could be.
No, definitely not.
And seeders are just expensive. I think if we were doing anything, we've got to make the decision. Do we want to keep doing the cultivation stage, or do we want to get a direct draw?
Yeah.
Again, hold on. Just take a second. How we look here. So you guys, if you haven't seen the game yet, chat, then you can see the differences. Or you don't know the difference. This is what they are like. So this isn't a direct drill, so it won't tell you, but it actually hangs on the back of the tractor. This one. So this one here. It did say no weights in the tractor. That's just to help balance out the weight through the middle of the tractor, keep the weight on the back of the wheels. This one here, it's 3 meters, but it does actually say it is a direct drill, so it says it can possibly seed directly, so no previous cultivating or ploughing is necessary. But this still doesn't, but it does have the ability to have a tank fertilizer. And then you can see there again, this one is, but the price cap's not much difference, you know. But this is wider, it's 4.6 meters. That's only 4. So you've got to really look at it. That's one that actually requires a tank on the front. It operates quite nice. The Bednar, that's the one we'd be looking at, chat. So that's 6 meters wide, £116,500 or euros. Monopoly money. And that's where you're looking at there, so it's very good for that price point. They've really increased the price in the Solitaire, so it's become almost obsolete. It used to be really cheap. So the Lemken Solitaire used to be 12 or like 8 to 12 meters wide, only requires 180 horsepower and was less money. But it requires previous cultivation, and it's just a big massive seed tank. It's not got fertilizer, but that's what we used to use quite a lot because it was very good.
Yeah.
For doing the job quickly. But yeah, it's, you know, that's what you look at there. That's what we'll be wanting. The Omega Bednar. 5,000 litres roughly of storage for seed and fertilizer. You know, and that's what you want. But yeah, that's the largest, I think. 9 meters is the largest direct drills that we've got. The Novag next generation farming.
I'll just be 2 seconds.
Just to add the additional weight on the side. That's obviously to keep the. That's for the wheel, the track system to get traction. But yeah, that's a big piece of kit, and we'll be looking into that in the future. Planters, on the other hand, this is actually an expensive drill, but I think it's one of 2 in the game, yeah, that are direct. Yeah, Missouri. a 6-row planter. What does design 1 and 2 do? Oh, design. Ah, that adds. It adds a disc harrow system to the front. Turn the soil around prior. Fair enough. That's why. It's pretty cool. But again, like, see the things that you can plant, you know, corn, soybeans, all that stuff. But the reality is we're not really going to be doing that, chat. We're not planning on doing these types of crops. So that one's shit. The Gremmy Matrix, that's all it plants is for sugar beet and fucking canola. You know. That's probably your best bet right there, the Cavernal Optima RS. Do a bit of everything. The Kinsey's quite large, 18.2 meters wide. And it is a direct drill option on it, so you know it digs itself into the ground. And then you see the 2 different seed tanks for the ones that need it. So all these costs, they add up, they really do. You know, I mean, these things aren't cheap. The equipment, you know, the hardy equipment, I think if we were wanting anything, we'd probably want to go for this thing, 35.5 grand for that, and it does 24 meters. You know, and we would really only be using it for herbicide if we were really struggling. Buy what you need, not what you want. See, that's 45 grand for a lime spreader, essentially. You know, it's better just leasing it every 3 years when you need to put lime on your fields. And then just lease a combine. Literally just lease it. Have to buy one. Some people just seem to think that's like, it's a worthwhile investment to buy a combine. It's not. I'll be honest with you, it really isn't. Because you're spending over 100k already for a harvester that you're going to use once or twice a year. So think about that. You're outlaying 100,000 or more for something that you're going to use once or twice a year, when you could just, you know, spend 5 grand a year on leasing it. Think of that cost difference. As much as it's awesome to own your own combine harvester, is it really worth owning one when that is the outlay, the cost? You know, yes, it may pay itself back over a couple of harvests, and you'd be fucking buzzing with yourself because you've got your own combine. But don't think of it like that, because that's not exactly it. Because you've also got to think about the equipment costs that you've had to use to get to that field, because you also have to pay off the seeder that you spend money on. You also have to spend on the cultivator potentially if you don't have a direct drill. Not only that, but you will also have plough if you're creating fields. That's a bit of an expense as well. It's about 16.5 grand, I think, for the one that we own. If you're doing stone picking, that's another 50 grand. You know, because if you want to keep your equipment good, you're going to have to remove the stones from the field. A roller is another 46.5 grand. Your vert box for spreading fertilizer is going to cost you a lot more. And if you're going the spraying route, that's another 35.5 grand if you get the cheapest option. That's not including the product that you need to buy to be able to make that worth it, which is 3,200 per 2,000 litres IBC. So it does come at a cost. Everything in this game, you've got to weigh up the cost. So that 100 grand that you've saved on purchasing your own combine, you are now essentially able to use that 100 grand to improve your yield of your field, which, I mean, you're spending 5 grand on the equipment to take the crop out of the field. That's 5 grand of expenditure. Wait, the result of the field, if you get it to 100% with the lime, with the rolling bonus, with the full 100% fertilization, the 2-stage fertilization of the field, is going to be so much more than, you know, buying your own. Because you'll be able to pay off this equipment a lot sooner rather than owning your own combine. You'll be able to expand your fields, especially if you're playing on a field, on a game like No Man's Land or this one here, which is New Frontier. It pays off. It pays to be diligent. Does not pay to be silly and just want and have greed. Which everybody, you know, everyone goes through a phase in this game where they do have that, you know, level of greed. They want this because they want to try it. They think it looks cool. That's fine. Buy something if you think it looks cool. It's your own game mode. But if you're wanting to make a lot of money on this game and be economical about what you do and what you spend, this is the way you do it. Do not spend 100 grand on something you're going to use once or twice a year. Does not work. It's like that baler. The only reason we purchased that baler, the Vermeer one, is quite simply because it was on sale, and we needed a baler, and nothing else was on sale at that time. And that thing will do us for the rest of our lifetime. That's an investment that will do not only grass, but will do our straw bales as well. Think about that. Do I like using it? Yeah, it's fun. Have I ever used it before? I think maybe used it once or twice. Is it really worth me even fucking about? Saying it is even worth my time? Yeah, I would say it's probably a bit of a gimmick. But you have a bit of fun with it. You get to try it out. And in terms of this game mode, it works perfectly for what we're doing, because we've got arable crops that produce a straw product at the end as a secondary byproduct. But we also have a product that comes off the field of our grass fields that we need to bale, which is grass, hay, and, you know, turning that potentially, if we get a wrapper, into silage bales. But we're not going to be making silage bales, so. It's all about economics when you play this. Think of it like an economical system. This is your, you know, this is your livelihood that you play with on this game. That's kind of how they want you to think, because it is a farming simulator. What they have to do to survive. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now, chat, is I'm just trying to give myself a bit of room to turn on this end, because I have not removed the trees from this end just yet. Because they're small pines and I don't really want to be dealing with them at the moment. As you see, they've got a lodgepole and an aspen down just there as well, so I'll remove them as soon as I can. But yeah, right now I am in the process of giving myself room to work. By 1% now. We are running low. We will probably have to go and fill up with the rest of the seeds, see how far that gets us, and then we'll buy a new pallet. Jesus, this tractor's nearly at 20 hours on the clock. Which in terms of like this game's progression, it is roughly around about, I think we worked out as that's about 200 hours on the clock for that tractor. It's done a lot of work. Not in real time, obviously. This is calculated in real time, but in terms of what the tractor is doing, that is about 200 hours. So how are you doing, Kenny? You just chilling? You holding up?
Coco's got a fluffy bum. Coco's got a fluffy bum. She's fluffy.
That's what I'm gonna call her when I see her there.
You call her fluffy bum. How are you doing today, my love? You okay?
Just messaging the missus. Gotta make her happy. That's how it is. It's not the ideal conditions for farming in the wet. What is ideal conditions, I suppose, for a farmer? Yeah, we need to roll this part of the field. It's a bit bumpy here, you can see it. Stick those fucking little bastards like around those little seats. I can't fucking see. %16%. Okay, we're gonna put some music on, chat. Watching. Caught up with Lewis.
Alright, lad.
Oh, hello.
Sorry about
Really
that.
caught up with you.
I just had to go. I just had to go and do a few jobs around the house or two.
Oh, that's alright. Don't think about it. Gotta keep the missus happy.
Well, obviously with dryer being broken that as well, it's just like need to just make sure it blows on radiators and that.
Oh, it's a wee drag race, but I'm losing it.
Of course you are. Yours is just inferior compared to looking at
Your
mine.
tractor has less horsepower than mine, okay? I am just seating, okay?
How
if
much
I
horsepower
wasn't
does yours have?
255. You've got 230.
Well,
But yeah, you've got a CVT transmission. I've got a fucking 6-speed gearbox, bitch.
oh, 6 speed. Oh dear. What peasantry is that?
What are you on about?
This one's more efficient for the gears.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Your tractor is probably using less fuel than mine.
I mean, I
really
don't-
have fucking half a tank and I just filled it
Yeah,
up.
I mean, I'm at half a tank now. Like, I mean, pulling this is supping it as well. Like,
I
don't-
actually think that potentially the economy has been changed for
I
fuel.
thought that. Like, I
Because
thought
I'm saying this now, like I am using more fuel than I was
I'm supping.
any other time I've done field work, which is good. We're finally been able to progress a little bit. I don't mind spending the money on the fuel, man.
No.
I think it's more realistic. We remember when we did that 2019 game mode, we had everything set to realistic.
Oh, yeah.
We had everything, you know, so you had to refuel your tractor before you were on the field because you didn't want to get stuck on the field, you know. You had to make sure that your equipment was checked, otherwise it was gonna fucking kill itself on the field. It was good. Me, you, and Gav had great fun on that.
Right.
That No Man's Land game mode was the most fun I think I've ever had on Farming Simulator.
It was good, yeah. It was good.
I loved my old John Deere, the old John Deere tractor that we had, the
Oh, yeah.
7810. So fucking good, that thing. It revved and roared like a fucking motherfucker as well.
I'm just loosely
200
going
side
over
on
this bit. I'm
horsepower.
not like going like accurate over this bit.
That's
Massive,
fine.
just to get.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
There isn't too many of worry about it.
It's just loose, small rocks really, but they don't get picked up unfortunately. It's just the big ones that affect the tractor, I suppose.
That'll do, I think. That'll do. Got full distance.
You want to just drive up to Exo's farm?
Oh, I've just dumped it in our yard for the time being. Like
Alright.
next to one of the
We just
chicken
scoop 'em up.
coops. Yeah, I was like, because if we do it again, we can just get a nice big pile of them and then just go and sell it all in once. Makes no odds. So.
Whereabouts in the yard do you dump it?
Uh,
Just a corner door.
Yeah, it's just I can easily show you. It's nice and out of the way. You're not gonna really know. I mean, you'll see it, but you're not gonna hit it. You know what I mean?
Ah, that's alright.
It's just behind the big like barn thing where all the bales are.
Oh, no, that's fine.
There's a little bit of grass like just opposite it, so just put it there. It's felt like it's as good a spot as any.
I've got 50 litres of seed left.
50 litres.
Yeah.
Well, this is another
I'll have to
810 litres of stone, so
refill.
it's not bad.
I was just telling the chat about the economics of Farming Simulator and like why you shouldn't buy a combine straight away.
No, it's the stupidest thing you can do right away.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Might seem like a good idea,
Yeah.
but it just bleeds your
It-
money.
Yeah, you know, you're spending over 100 grand on something that you're going to use once or twice a year when you can rent it, that
Yeah.
same equipment for 5 grand a year. You know, as long as you return it every time.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer, leasing it from the shop.
Right. Oh, did you say did you rent a roller? Are we not bothering?
At least something.
Let's have a look.
Oh no, it's just it was the payment for the Scorpio.
Ah.
Are you done with that? Yeah.
Yeah, I am, yeah. Aye. I'm done.
I'm assuming you'd emptied it and everything
Yeah,
before I
yeah.
returned it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
empty. Yeah, it's empty.
Let me just rent it for you then. So
Yep.
one on the market to buy. No,
Of
no
course.
one's picked up our tractor yet.
I know,
Nobody wants
I
it.
was pretty shocked. I mean, it's a 300 oh no, it's 230, that one, innit? I thought it was more, but still, it's not
Oh,
bad
it's
for...
fucking red like a bitch, that one. So, what I'm looking for, soil cultivation. I think it's yield improvements. Yeah, rollers. Number 6. Lease. There.
Yep, I'm just gonna get it now. I wish this rain would stop in game. I really would.
Maybe there's fucking. It should be nearly done.
Yeah,
Another 20 minutes or so, and it'll be done.
What?
I've only got 168 litres left from that pallet. I'm gonna probably need to get one. I don't think 168 litres is gonna do the rest of that field, unfortunately. I would be very pleasantly surprised if it does, but I don't think it will. But to be honest, we haven't had to buy more seeds this year yet, so
No, true.
might be worth buying a few pallets when we've got a bit of cash, taking them back.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 pallets worth of seed.
I'm gonna ask EXO because I've got an idea. Because we've got a couple of farm slots in the server,
Yeah.
why don't we create like a almost AI farm slot for this for the shop, so nobody buys it or whatever. I don't know if you can, but what I'm gonna do is, in terms of that plot, it's more for the sake of it's actually more for the AI farm in terms of using like a forklift at the shop, like having
Yeah.
a rented forklift that just sits there, or just they have a forklift that you can use at the shop, and it's just obviously everyone's a contractor to that farm, so everyone just can use that forklift at the shop only. it doing okay?
Yeah, fine, yeah. Just doing some- There we go. Sorry, just hit to keep it on. It's a heavy piece of equipment, I can tell you. There we go. What time you at work till tonight?
9:30.
Yeah,
So
it's too good.
working from about 4 o'clock till 9:30. It's not bad. Let's face it, we've all done worse shifts.
Oh, aye. That's absolute truth in that. Beats my 14-hour shifts I used to do. Well,
Fucking hell.
turn 72-hour shifts.
I mean, you loved your job though in some ways.
There's some ways I do, but some
Working
ways
with
I
kids.
some ways I fucking hate it. But
Yeah. I think it's just heartbreaking.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
it was.
thing, it's- It's the same working in the leisure industry. You see it all the time. You see families like that and see issues. So you have to bring up that causes the situation that's, well, it's not causes the situation, but it is the catalyst situation that you were having to deal with. So I actually might just manage this and no warm out.
Really?
I am not kidding. It's gonna be so fucking tight, man. As I said, I'd be surprised, pleasantly surprised, but this would be some fucking surprise if it managed this small fucking section.
Oh, nice. So it's given us a 52% yield bonus.
Yeah, and that's without fertilization, mate. That's lime and rolling.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not gonna manage it. There's no way 46 litres is gonna cover that. Fuck.
But you need to buy some more seed.
Yeah.
How much is a pallet of seed or bag of seed? Can't remember. Like 1500 or
Pallet's
something.
not much. Yeah.
Maybe buy like 3. Like if it's only about that, maybe buy like 3 pallets or something. So we've got a good bit.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna.
Because
Disconnect from
don't you get
Teeter,
don't
just
you get a
leave it
discount if you buy bulk? Like if I'm making that.
here. I don't think it's a discount, but it's just easier.
Yeah.
I feel like you should if you're buying multiple pallets, but I feel like if you're buying like the full 8 pallets at a time, you know, you should be able to get like a small percentage off.
You can get like 5 pallets for over like just over $6 grand.
Yeah,
So-
that's fine with me, you know.
It's up to. But Blazers with like 21,000 and probably some I would say. No, just be under about 19,000.
Sorry about that chat, totally not bottleneck.
if a roller comes on cheap on the thing, I think we should buy one just so we've got one.
Yeah.
Especially one this size if it comes on, it'd be a fucking win.
Well, that's the smallest one.
Is it really? No way.
Yeah. It's 46.5 grand. But there is mods. There's ones the Gutler ones. I like those. We had
Yeah,
them
they've got that. Yeah, they're alright. I mean, even this one's like, even for a big field, this size one's good. Like,
Yeah, I think that one will probably do us
I've nearly done this field,
forever, that
so
one. But 29 meters left. This is going to be so depressing when I see actually how much is left. It's going to piss me the fuck off.
at least we'll know what
Maybe
it'll take. What it'll take though, like to do it.
Yeah, I mean this thing here will probably take a good 800 to 900 liters. Well, I'm saying that. I only had about 600 when I started, 600 liters, and I added another 100 there, so yeah, it's about 800. I would say, you know, maximum amount of seed that we'll need
Yeah.
for this big field, as it is right now, anyway. Seven. Oh, 6. Oh no. It's not even gonna be able to do this full pass, is it? I'm gonna have to drop it off here, and then I'm gonna have to go grab the fucking trailer. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna teleport this trailer and the fucking tractor to the shop. 2, 1. That's it. I'm out of seat.
At least we've got like a plant in though, and obviously road and stuff, and
Yeah.
that's a win.
That was the main job today, really.
Yeah, because when I want that.
There we are. It's a good wee cedar that for only 4 meters wide.
It's not bad. Let's have a look.
It's done that relatively good.
So planted we've done barley and wheat, haven't we? They're the ones that we've done.
Yeah.
So June, July for them. Wheat. July, August. That works out quite well in terms of the harvest side of it.
Oh. Right.
I'd like to have a go doing like carrots and that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think, yeah, I want to do like we want to do a bit of vegetables on this as well.
Yeah, carrots
Yeah,
and like
they are.
parsnip and that would be smart as fuck.
Wait until we got a bit more land.
Oh yeah, yeah. You need yeah, again, you need a massive area to make it worth your while. That's the Fussfield Road I knew, wasn't it?
Nice one. Should I, while I'm here, purchase some solid fertilizer to take back with me?
If you mean,
I think I might.
if it's worth your while, then yeah. Take some off Exo's water buffalo or whatever the hell he's got. We could do getting some liquid manure.
Yeah, I mean literally all
Instead of a
those-
milk one time, asking for some like manure or something.
Yeah, so we don't have to spend any fucking money on that shit.
That's what I'm thinking. It's not a bad idea, really, is it?
It isn't. It's a good idea.
Because they'd be producing tons of it, I bet.
Yeah, you will be. We'll also need to look at getting some more. I might buy some twine to take back with us
Twine.
for round bales.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Alright, we need some. What price is it now? Anyways, what's like kind of good for sale?
They're not really worth. They're not super expensive for the rolls.
Prices.
I'm just gonna standard netting.
Yeah, honey's starting to creep up in price a little bit. Like February's
pretty
best
good.
time to sell that. It's pretty good. We've got planks, haven't we? Wooden planks.
We've got large wooden planks. I mean, they're just called large planks or long planks, I think. Long
Yeah, planks long, yeah. Because next month, like their price is quite good in November. It's not as high as March, but it is still like the second highest. So it's pretty good.
I think we'll be able to sell them most of them then in December then.
Well, no,
Give
December.
more time.
December it drops off like a rock. It drops down. It drops massively.
Mm.
November's best time to shift some of it and sell some. And then keep
Okay.
the rest until March, just to.
Right, so we've got some wrap. I'm gonna lease a fucking forklift.
Yeah, no worries. I like how you can make cheese. Not that smart as fuck.
It is. Right.
Bread sells pretty good. Like bread, they seen how much cereal sells for. Like,
It just is a nightmare to make.
yeah, it's fucking 15 grand, like at the top price. So. I might get a few passes this done, but I don't think I'll get all of them done because I need to jump off so then I can do some bits.
That's fine because I've still got some of the scene to do. So
Yeah. Even summer's better than none, like, so.
literally.
I mean, I might jump back on later anyways and do some.
Yeah, if you're wanting to continue doing it, I'll leave it for you to do.
Yeah.
It needs to be done before tomorrow in real life.
Yeah.
So just because if we don't catch it now, we won't be able to get the rest of all your bits and pieces done. So we need it done so that we can get the full yield bonus.
£1 wage payment. Who the fuck's that to?
Fuck knows. Must have accident. I must have actually clicked E or something by accident, and it's. bags.
Oh yeah, yeah, we should get a nice yield bonus off this other field, up to 55% in some spots, 100 in another. So yeah,
Hell yeah.
should get quite a nice bonus off that one there.
Forklifts are too stable in this game, man. Jesus. How the fuck am I managing this? I've got 4 big bags on the front of the thing.
I prefer telehandlers. I do. I think there's so much better.
I like telehandler. I like the skid steer for
Actually,
for pallet.
I don't like the skid steer. I just fucking can't get away with it. Like, it's all right, but I wouldn't pick to buy one. I'd prefer if it was like a telehandler.
I do love a telehandler. Oh, come on, game. Come on.
What?
You're not stuck. It's the bags stuck on the fucking pallets. On the pipes. Oh, it's gonna knock that one off.
I hate stacking stuff. Fucking drives me mad.
I don't like the big bags. I just don't like them. I think they're fucking annoying.
I tell you what, I haven't seen yet for Degly, so I mean, I could be wrong if, obviously, is anyone made like a mod for like a super big American map? Like, you know what I mean, with their size fields and that?
I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
Nothing yet, I don't think.
Because usually there's always one or two in there, so...
Oh, nah. Don't you fucking dare fall, you little shit. Yeah, you self-right yourself, you fucking bastard. Right. Just got the bale wrap to put on.
Okay. I've got 5 hours
Still
on
need
this
to come back
tractor.
and take this.
Yeah?
I need to still come back and take the fucking animal trailer back to her. He's just sitting at the shop the whole fucking time.
It's not doing any harm, so
Yeah.
we'll get it at some point. Because you load the animals in, don't you, and take them to sell or something. Like,
Yeah, it was actually like I bought it more because I wanted to do more than like get more fields and stuff like that of like sheep or pastures for sheep
Yeah.
and things, but at the same time I also want to do like an indoor type thing for them during the winter, like get an indoor barn.
so they still
So
produce.
Yeah, so well, so they still produce for one, and two, you know, it's more realistic. You wouldn't have them out, like certain animals you wouldn't have out in winter, like goats, for example. I don't think you'd really want to be out in winter time. So, right, where the fuck is the Jurgen Reich? It's in there. Turn. Done with that. I'm on my way back.
No worries.
Got 4,000 litres of solid fertiliser, 4,200 litres of seeds,
Nice.
and we've got some round bale net.
Alright, sweet. Right, they're all coming handy.
We're barely getting there, like. I have tipped over 20 hours on this in this Valtron, mate.
Yeah, this has got 5 hours on this already.
We've spent a fair amount of time on this game now.
You've got more.
I'm
hours,
over-
You've got more time.
I'm
than
over
me.
100 hours here.
Oh, you really? Fucking hell, you've done more than me. I think I've got like 20 something. I think.
I mean, saying that, probably done about 60 hours on this game, on this game.
Yeah.
Exo's probably close to 150 to 200, so
Fucking hell. That's mental. I need to fill my tractor up soon. Like I'm below half a tank of fuel.
see once you get to the end of that pass, you mind just waiting 2 seconds below.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Go for it, man. Go for it.
So there's a little patch down here that apparently is not got a crop in it. Figure out where it is. Ah, I see it there. Tiny. Very small. But, you know, it'll look fucking weird otherwise, won't it? So
This piece of wood out the fucking way. If it will move. Which it won't. It's fucking stuck in the map. Stop moving. No. Seem to be blowing up properly. That's interesting. Ah, this one does. 52% real bonus, so I thought that would do better.
yeah, feel free to start again. I just wanted to see where exactly this
No, no,
was,
it's all
just in
good.
case.
So good. It's all good, amigo, don't worry.
I actually do like, in some ways, how, you know, even though it's been annoying that it's been raining all day, but we've got, like, certain days and nights where it's going to be sunny, or not at night, but, like,
Yeah.
clear skies, and then some days it's going to be wet. So you've got to kind of plan roughly when you're going to be on.
Oh, definitely.
Just
Yeah, yeah.
hope and pray, you know, that you can do things. And that is us done.
But to be honest, Roland's ended done as well, to be honest, so...
I'll tell you right now exactly how much seed I fucking needed to complete this
Oh,
field.
I bet it was like absolutely nothing.
I needed 24 fucking liters.
Is that it?
Sorry, no, 14 liters. 14 liters I needed
Nice.
to complete the fucking field.
It's never much like this.
Oh. But at least we've got sealed. We've got enough seed to probably do us another 2 years.
Yeah, probably.
I'll come back and take that trailer off the field as well.
Yeah, it's alright, man. It's alright.
I see where you did that. The stones, it's not bad actually.
Yeah.
Don't mind leaving it there. Not using the land for anything, so.
Well, that's it. We've got a lot of pile up and then go and sell it, so... Oh, man.
Hey, it's fucking ramped over the stones. Wow, it is digging.
I was just gonna say, them tires like it's like submerged.
To be honest, the trailer is heavy.
Yeah. And it's wet and muddy as well, which probably isn't
Yeah.
helping.
I mean, it is just a car trailer essentially, so
Yeah. It's a multi-purpose trailer, Andy. What you on about?
it has become very much multi-purpose, hasn't it? So keep a speed up going over this fucking field here. We'll have this field next to the sheep and the goats just across from them, done and ready to plant in the new year.
Yeah. What do you want to put in that one?
Not sure. I think we could probably try and plant it as something, but we can think about it. I was just gonna do it as grass, but like I'm like,
Yeah, whatever.
no, we don't need it. We
Yeah.
fucking don't need it. You know, we've got plenty of grass. You know, but we'll see. Let's see. Just leave that sitting there just now. Would you like the trees and stuff like that that I placed around the back of the buildings and stuff?
What?
I put like, you know, like where our like grain shed and storage shed is.
Yeah.
I put trees and like bushes behind it, so it kind of looks like it blends in a bit better.
Oh right. I didn't even see it. To be honest, mate. I didn't even.
Here you go, chat. Right here, look at that. Beautiful. Just thought I'd make it a little bit more interesting, rather than it just being pile of shite, which normally gets dumped behind fucking buildings, I suppose. I'm cleaning the tractor. First time this tractor's actually had a formal clean.
Ah.
It's had a repair. It's had a service before, but I don't think it's ever had a clean, so. Oh god, the skid steer's been sitting here running the whole time.
It's alright.
Doesn't really burn much fuel, so I'm not really too bothered about it.
No. Right, mate. That's that done, anyways.
Nice one. Cheers for the help today, boy.
Yep. No worries, son. I'll just disconnect off this and then you can send it back. There we go. Right, son. That's gonna be me, anyways.
Aye, lad. Thank you very much.
It's
You've
alright.
done a fair amount of work today, boy.
Yeah.